You think you know the coldest continent? Think again. Today, we're diving deep into 50 mind-blowing, rarely heard facts about Antarctica that will shatter everything you thought you knew. And trust me, we've saved some of the absolute wildest for last. Get ready to have your mind officially frozen. Let's go! All right, kicking us off at number 50. Antarctica is the only continent with no native human population. That's right, no indigenous people have ever called it home. All human inhabitants are there for scientific research or support. Fact 49. It's the highest continent on average. While it sounds counterintuitive for a land of ice, the vast ice sheet makes its average elevation higher than any other continent. Number 48. There's a special treaty that governs Antarctica. The Antarctic Treaty System dedicates the continent to peaceful, scientific research and prohibits military activity. It's an incredible example of international cooperation. Fact 47. Antarctica is technically a desert. Despite all that ice, it receives very little precipitation, making it the world's largest polar desert. Dry, but very, very cold. At 46, you can find the largest single ice block on Earth here. The Ross Ice Shelf is roughly the size of France. Imagine that. Fact 45. There are no polar bears in Antarctica. That's a common misconception. Polar bears are exclusive to the Arctic. Here, you'll find penguins. Number 44. Antarctica is roughly 1.3 times the size of Europe. It's absolutely massive, far bigger than many people imagine. Fact 43. It holds about 90% of the world's ice. And get this, that's about 70% of the world's fresh water. If it all melted, global sea levels would rise by about 60 meters. At 42, the Trans-Antarctic Mountains divide the continent. This massive mountain range is one of the longest in the world, stretching right across the continent. Fact 41. The coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Antarctica. A staggering minus 89.2 degrees Celsius at Vostok Station in 1983. Brutal. Moving to 40. Mount Erebus is Antarctica's most active volcano. It's one of only 2 persistently active volcanoes on the continent, and it has a rare lava lake. Fact 39. There's a post office in Antarctica. Port Lockroy, a British base, operates a small gift shop and post office that receives thousands of visitors and sends out thousands of postcards each year. Number 38. You can visit the South Pole. While remote and challenging, expeditions do go to the geographic South Pole each year. Fact 37. Antarctica has its own internet domain name, .aq. Though not widely used, it exists. At 36, there are actually hotels there. Well, not in the traditional sense, but some expedition cruises offer luxurious accommodations that are essentially floating hotels. Fact 35. The continent is home to some of the world's clearest skies. The lack of pollution and dry air makes for incredible stargazing and research in astronomy. Number 34. Antarctica has no time zones in the traditional sense. Research stations generally keep the time of their home country or their supply base. Fact 33. It's the windiest continent. Katabatic winds, driven by gravity off the high ice sheet, can reach hurricane force for days on end. At 32, the average thickness of the ice sheet is about 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers. But in some places it's almost 3 miles, 4.8 kilometers, thick. Fact 31. There are even lakes underneath the ice. Lake Vostok, for example, is a massive freshwater lake buried under kilometers of ice, isolated for millions of years. Having our list at 30. There's a continuous darkness for months during winter, and continuous daylight during summer. It's a land of extremes. Fact 29. The largest land animal is a flightless midge. Belgica antarctica is only about 2 to 6 millimeters long. No massive land mammals here. Number 28. Antarctica is expanding, at least in some areas. While global warming is causing ice loss in some parts, the growth of sea ice in others is a complex phenomenon scientists are studying. Fact 27. You can find meteorites on the ice. The dry, cold conditions preserve them incredibly well, and the blue ice provides a perfect backdrop for spotting them. At 26, the continent is home to the largest land animal migration. While no land animals, the migration of krill, which underpins the entire ecosystem, is massive. Fact 25. There's a blood falls. This incredibly eerie natural phenomenon in the dry valleys features an outflow of iron-rich saltwater, giving it a striking red color. Number 24. Antarctica once had a tropical climate. Millions of years ago, it was much warmer, covered in lush forests and home to dinosaurs. Fossils prove it. Fact 23. It's the best place on Earth to find a specific type of ancient rock called Antarcticite. Just kidding, that's not a real thing. But it is a great place for geology. At 22, the ozone hole over Antarctica was discovered in 1985, a major environmental concern that led to international action. Fact 21. There are 7 different types of penguins that breed on Antarctica. From the Adelie to the Emperor, they are true icons of the continent. Top 20 now. Fact 20. You can get a passport stamp from Antarctica. While not an official country, many tour operators and bases offer commemorative stamps. Fact 19. The ice is so heavy, it depresses the landmass below sea level in many areas. It's literally pushing the continent down. Number 18. Antarctica has a diverse and unique underwater ecosystem. From giant isopods to strange ice fish that produce their own antifreeze, it's a world unto itself. Fact 17. There's a surprisingly active tourism industry. Thousands of people visit annually, usually on cruise ships, to see its incredible beauty and wildlife. At 16. No commercial exploitation of minerals is allowed. The Antarctic Treaty prohibits any mining or resource extraction, preserving it for science. Fact 15. The first known sighting was in 1820. Though some debate earlier claims, Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen is widely credited. Number 14. It's the best place on Earth to study the universe. The extremely dry, cold, and clear air makes it perfect for telescopes and observatories. Fact 13. Some research stations have bars. Yes, after a long day of science, researchers can unwind at places like the Palmer Station Bar. At 12, there's a unique type of algae that can turn snow red, often called watermelon snow. This phenomenon gives patches of snow a pink or reddish hue. Fact 11. The continent influences global weather patterns. The cold waters and strong winds around Antarctica play a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate. All right, we're in the top 10. Number 10. It's home to the world's southernmost active volcano, Mount Erebus. Not just active, but with that incredible lava lake. Fact 9. Parts of Antarctica are some of the driest places on Earth. The dry valleys rarely see snow or ice, thanks to extreme katabatic winds that sublimate all moisture. Number 8. There are actually rivers beneath the ice. Scientists have discovered complex networks of subglacial rivers and streams feeding into those hidden lakes. Fact 7. Some areas of the dry valleys haven't seen rain in over 2 million years. It's the closest thing to Mars on Earth, and NASA uses it for testing. At 6. The ice core samples taken from Antarctica are like ancient history books. They can tell us about Earth's climate and atmosphere going back hundreds of thousands of years. The penultimate 5 factorial, Fact 5. Antarctica once connected to Australia and South America as part of the supercontinent Gondwana. It's drifted a long, long way. Fact 4. Scientists have drilled into Lake Vostok. After years of effort, they reached the ancient lake, discovering unique microbial life forms. It's like finding aliens right here on Earth. Breaking into the top 3. Fact 3. There's a phenomenon called ice quakes. These tremors are caused by massive chunks of ice breaking off or shifting, creating seismic activity. Fact 2. The Antarctic Circumpolar Current is the largest ocean current in the world. It flows eastward around the continent, isolating its waters and contributing to its extreme cold. It's like a giant, icy protective barrier. And finally, the number 1 most mind-blowing fact about Antarctica. Beneath the ice, there's a subglacial mountain range called the Gamburtsev Mountains, nearly the size of the European Alps. These mountains are completely hidden, yet they profoundly influence the ice sheet dynamics above them. How cool is that? A hidden world of mountains. And that wraps up our 50 fascinating facts about Antarctica. If you enjoyed this journey to the coldest, windiest, and most mysterious place on Earth, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more amazing content, and share this video with your friends. Drop a comment below and tell us which fact was your favorite. I'd love to know. See you in the next video.